Hey guys, this is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
This is CLOWNFISH TV, and the director of Suicide Squad, the original, is very, very sorry that Harley Quinn was so sexy.
That's right, because they eviscerated her.
Yeah, we'll do better next time. We'll do better next time. We'll make sure that we don't sexualize any of our characters, even if they're sexual characters.
Right, because you don't have the shields of, woman POC director.
Like Birds of Prey, which did it right. Didn't make any money. So we're going to talk about that. This is coming from comicbook.com. Suicide Squad director, again, the first one, not James Gunn. This is really confusing. They've got two. They've got Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad, which is actually Suicide Squad 2, but they're not calling it Suicide Squad 2. This is kind of like Alien and Aliens. When I was a kid, right. I was completely mixed up. I'm like, wait, there's Alien and Aliens. And I was really confused when Alien 3 came out. It wasn't like Aliens is. Even, or just, they should
Aliens.
Aliens is.
No, Aliens.
Aliens.
It's from Pittsburgh. Aliens.
That's the Pittsburgh one. They should have just had more aliens. That should have been Aliens 3. Just call it more aliens. And then 4 could have been even more aliens.
There you go. It keeps with the idea.
And you just gotta make sure you pack more aliens into each movie. So Suicide Squad director David Ayer says Harley Quinn's story was eviscerated for political reasons. It's political that
it's not political. It's because they want to make money.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's not about politics.
Suicide Squad director David Ayer says that Harley Quinn's story got eviscerated because of political reasons. The filmmaker said this on Twitter when a fan asked why did he take the direction he did with the character? Basically, why was she tarted up?
But I don't understand it, because one person asked on Twitter he's going to make a whole I'm sorry for it.
Yes.
One person, or there are a bunch of people dogpile?
Well, we're going to talk about all the articles that have been dogpiling about her look in the first movie compared to the second, because everybody's like, wow, she's not sexual at all in the second movie. How come they made her so hot in the first movie?
Really? Because I think some of her outfits are still just as much, revealing as some of the ones in the first one.
She looked like she crawled out of a dumpster in some of these. Anyway, he could be referring... Derelict, that's right. He could be referring to studio mandates or merely preferences. It's hard to say. That fan was wondering why Harley ended up being so sexualized in Suicide Squad as opposed to her portrayal in Birds of Prey. How dare you?
But wait, he never says political, he just says political. And he never explains what that means. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, he says.
So anybody said, why is it because of politics? What are politics? They're arguing about how sexy Harley Quinn should be. That doesn't even make sense.
Sadly, her story arc was eviscerated. It was her movie in so many ways. Look, I tried. I rendered Harley comic book accurate. Everything is political now. Everything. I just want to entertain. I will do better.
Wait, I don't understand how this is politics. Politics on what? There is no political, platform involving whether or not Harley Quinn's sexy or not. That has nothing to do with politics.
No, and this randos who said Harley was sexualized in the entire Suicide Squad movie, and in Birds of Prey she was a real character, not just eye candy.
Well, you should give me just wait, whoa. So basically, if you're a person who's a sexual person by nature, which exists in reality, you're not a real person or character unless you're not eye candy.
That's right. So now we have to get the director of Birds of Prey in there. I know the studio had really high expectations for the movie, as we all did. Remember how she's explaining her failure? There were also undue expectations on a female-led movie, and what I was most disappointed in was the idea that perhaps it proved we weren't ready for this yet.
Yeah, she went on about, basically her problem is she failed, and she's blaming everything else. It's because of, it's because no one wants female superheroes, even though there have been successful female superhero movies. That's a load of crap. There's been successful female-centric movies, so that's a load of crap. And then when that didn't work, it's because it was my first movie, okay? My first big movie, okay? Well, then maybe Hollywood should hire people with more experience. Then it was, because I'm a woman and I'm a person of color. And it's like, no, none of these reasons are what happened. I'm sorry. It was the marketing. I'm telling you, the marketing is why the movie failed.
And the R rating, because I think...
And the rating, definitely.
Yeah, they would have gotten a lot more. I know Harley Quinn's popular with girls. They would have gotten a lot of younger girls to go see the movie if it had been PG-13. But they have spent months. They've spent months throwing shade at Suicide Squad and talking about how this Harley is so much better than the other Harley. So many of these publications, Screen Rant, Harley Quinn is different and better. She's better in Birds of Prey compared to Suicide Squad. Because she's not just a sex symbol.
You know what? It's really sad that Captain America is such a non-character. The last movie they even had to make a point about his ass. They sexualized him so much that he no longer is an important character anymore.
I know, right? He didn't do anything.
Yeah, Aquaman. I mean, it's not like they're out there having memes about how hot, he is all the time. And I guess he's no longer a valid character. He has no character development because he's just sexualized.
Well, Jason...
How dare they?
Jason Momoa is not actually that sexy. Haven't you seen that commercial he's in?
That's funny.
Where he takes his six-pack off and he takes his muscles off and his hair off.
I love that. That's so great.
That's what he actually looks like.
But, you can, if you flip the argument around to any other character, that means there's a lot of other characters out there, male or female, that now are no longer characters. They're just eye candy. And, so the argument applies to both males and females. So if Birds of Prey is no longer, sexy, she's eye candy, well, so is Tony Stark. So is Captain Marvel.
What?
Did you see the bodysuit she was wearing? I mean, Alita was bad because she had boobs, but Captain Marvel, I put her in a skin-tight suit. So is Captain America. So is, we can go on. Thor. They played up Thor being hot until the last movie, which they corrected and made him fat Thor.
They fat shamed Thor in the last movie.
They
Why
did.
is nobody
His
talking
mom fat shamed Thor in the last movie.
His mom's like, eat a
salad.
Eat a salad, fat ass.
She is fat ass.
Oh my God, your ass is so fat.
She did it nicely, but I'm just saying, it's like, and he went on about Captain America having America's ass in the last film. So, you know what? It's the exact same thing, but how come when it's the dudes and your Augmenters and they've really, really pushed it with Aquaman and Jason Momoa, that's okay. That's acceptable because he's a guy.
Yeah.
But it's not acceptable if the character is a female. And then Margot Robbie didn't have to agree to play it. If she thought it was too sexualized and felt uncomfortable, she just could have said, no, I don't want to play this part.
Yeah, but that check was probably pretty big. That
I'm
check
sure it
was fat.
And I'm sure it was.
That check needed to eat a salad.
I do think they push it too far sometimes with characters and the way they sexualize them for comics or for movies and things. And women usually do get targeted more than men. But anymore, it's on both sides. And I don't see people writing articles about how we should no longer watch Avengers because they went on about Captain America's ass and how that was sexualizing and belittling, and he is now eye candy and no longer a character. In the first Captain America movie, they have him come out of the machine, he's like in his bare chest, and they have, Peggy Carter like, oh, I have to touch it.
Is it real?
If you went up to a girl and grabbed her chest, tried to touch her chest, what would happen? I'm just saying.
And then they were having a fit about Alita growing robo-boobs.
Yeah. She decided in her mind that's how she wanted to look.
Because it was like a male body, and then she converted it to female.
It wasn't a male. It was just basically like a non-binary body.
Well, that's probably, but they never came out and said that. Well, I'm sure they have on one of these.
And how dare she choose not to stay non-binary?
Yeah, she wanted to be female. So anyway. But this has been going on for months. Birds of Prey producer responds to trolls criticizing the film's sex appeal. It's pretty bad, though, when you've got the director of Suicide Squad retroactively apologizing. But the thing is that, he's not in charge of the next movie. It's going to be James Gunn.
It's just like this whole thing is this,
Why are we still having this argument? Why? Look, Birds of Prey bombed at the box office. It wasn't because of coronavirus. It was because it was just kind of a failure.
Yeah, they keep blaming that. It wasn't even going to open in China.
No, and they can't let this go. They can't let it go. And I think they're doing it because they want to keep the talk up. And they're also kind of trying to preemptively shame James Gunn, who's definitely got a lot of other issues he's got to deal with, right? Yeah. James Gunn's got a lot of shit he's got to deal with. But they're trying to shame him into making sure she's not sexy in the next movie.
Even in the picture we saw, the clip for the next movie, she doesn't appear to be. They have her in more like the black and red Harley Quinn get up, but it was like a long dress. It wasn't like she was, being overly sexualized in the pictures of the filming. No, and honestly, this version of Harley Quinn, this is the comic book version of Harley Quinn. That the costume was very accurate to what she's like in the comic books. So give them that anyway. I like Suicide Squad. I thought it was boring as hell, and I hated the Joker. But I will give them that they actually got the comic book look right. Now, I would prefer to see her in her classic animated series. Oh, I know. So would our daughter. That's what she likes. Yeah. And that, but it's a bodysuit. How dare you? But here's the thing. Harley Quinn, the only reason people care about Harley Quinn right now and wanting a movie was because of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to call it like it is. So you can sit there and bitch about it till the day the cows come home, but we wouldn't even have the Birds of Prey movie had not Suicide Squad done well. Do I think they over-sexualized female characters? Yes, but I think they over-sexualized male characters too. And I think there's definitely a double standard going on.
Yeah.
And what you're pissed about.
Well, that's just it. There's always a double standard, but I think we're going to see studios going forward making better financial decisions because they have to. So I think these blogs, they're bitching and moaning and whining. It's going to mean less and less, because at the end of the day, the studio's going to look at it. They're going to take all emotion out of it, and they're going to be like, which movie did better, and did some of the choices play into whether or not this film did better than this film.
Well, they keep blaming Birds of Prey's failure on male gaze and men, but that's not what happened. It was the rating, the marketing, and a lot of other things that were outside of the actual film that caused the problem.
And it's not doing well on video on demand. It was like number 5 when it came out. They dropped on video on demand. It's just
I think people just don't care.
I don't think they care. I really don't. If they'd done a straight up Harley Quinn movie, and they actually called it Harley Quinn right out of the gate, and they made her more like the comic book Harley Quinn. It was PG-13. I think they would have done okay.
I agree.
So anyway, there we go, guys. The director of Suicide Squad
now is
apologizing for making Harley Quinn too sexy. There you go. I don't even know what to say. The fact that he feels like he has to. Current year.
Well, and then of course it's blatant, and I'm sure he's gonna. It's politics. It's not me. It's politics.
It's politics.
I still want to know what politics make.
Trump made me do it.
I'm still trying to understand this. Like, I mean, I
Donald Trump called me up on the phone and said, that'd be great if you could put her in some shorty shorts.
No, you know what? It's like, from now on, when I move forward and I look at the platforms of politicians I might vote for, I have to make sure I scroll down to the Harley Quinn section to understand, what their stance on Harley Quinn is to determine who I'm going to vote for, because the politics play into it so much.
So there we go, guys. Is it going to be Daddy's Little Monster or Derelict?
You decide. And
that's going to determine who you vote for.
That's right. People are voting with their money, which is why it's a problem, and they don't like that. So
Daddy's Little Monster's doing better.
Sorry.
Is ahead in the polls right now. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.